Hi girls, good morning to you all. Lovely to have you join me again. And this week we're talking about the fact that the nights are fair drawing in. We have quite a perfect storm here almost for getting unhealthy if we allow that to happen. So we've got the season changing. We are now in the autumn. The autumn equinox was last Tuesday. The weather is definitely changing, although it's been beautiful the last couple of days with lovely sunshine. It is much, much colder. The tendency, therefore, is to close the curtains, to stay in, to sit with a nice cuppa by the fire, watching TV, eating anything that comes our way, and doing very little in the way of movement. Not good if we want to stay healthy. Combine that with the fact that we have new restrictions now, which means that people are also less likely to be out and about, so we're likely to sit a bit more. So we need to take stock now and do something about it. First thing is, do not turn your heating up to subtropical level. All that will do is dry out your skin, so you end up looking lined and old and wrinkled, and we don't want that. But also, it will make you feel very lethargic. It will make you feel tired. You don't feel like doing anything at all. The less we do, and the more we sit and eat, the more the weight's going to pile on. So watch your heating. I don't mean don't put any heating on, but don't have it so hot that it's just sending you to sleep and allowing you to do absolutely nothing. Number 2, get moving. Sitting for long periods of time is very, very bad for the human body. We need to get up and about. I know it's tempting, but try if you can to start doing wee projects in the house, things like that. But get up, move, even if you've got something really interesting on the TV, have a little break every now and again and stand up and move around where possible. Number 3, take up a new hobby. We need to keep the mind busy. We need to do something to keep ourselves very occupied and also quite satisfied. I'm not being funny, but it might be there's a book in you. Maybe start writing a book, maybe write a bit of poetry, take up a little bit of art. It could be anything at all. I know many of you like to do certain hobbies already, like your knitting, sewing, things like that, which is wonderful. But try and do something that's a little bit different and maybe a bit challenging. We've mentioned this before. Perhaps look at learning a new language or something like that. We will be able to travel again eventually. It might come in useful then. Number 4, keep attending your classes when you can. Now, I know for those of you on the Tuesdays and the Wednesdays, you can't come to the classes because they're not on just now, but you have got the video. So keep going, keep moving. Don't use all the excuses that we have. I'm a bit tired. Oh, it's not too great today. I don't feel like doing it. I'll do it tomorrow. The more we put it off, the less likely we are to do it at all. Number 5, change your habits. Now, this is an interesting one. We all tend to settle into our nice little rut, doing either very little or some people doing a lot, but most of us at this time of year, it's doing less and less. The garden clear up for the autumn is almost finished, and we'll get to the point where we just can't get out in our garden. So we need to start thinking about what we can do. Do you go out for walks and things? So keep you walking up. You can wrap up warm and you thoroughly enjoy it. You feel so much better when you come back in. But it could be you walk in a different direction or perhaps walk in a different place altogether. Perhaps take a drive down to a different park or go to the coast if you don't normally go there. It's lovely to get a fresh scene to look at. It really will refresh you and also it will give you that little boost of energy which we all need. Number 6, stick with healthy eating. Don't go falling into the habits of comfort eating, of snacking all the time. And where you can, vary your diet. Again, we can become very stuck in the kind of things that we eat all the time and we start repeating the same things day after day after day. So every week you could almost say Monday we have this, Tuesday we have that. It can be boring and the mind loves to be stimulated. So maybe get a new recipe book. There's loads online. You don't even have to buy anything. Look up some new recipes and just see what you can do with perhaps your usual basic ingredients. You might be surprised to find what a good cook you are and how lovely the meals can be. Number 7, keep your hands busy. Again, it's difficult because if you're sitting just watching TV or whatever, or even just sitting listening to music, the temptation is to sit with a nice bowl of snacks beside you or to perhaps make a cup of tea and have a biscuit, that kind of thing. If your hands are busy, you're less likely to do that. Even it's boring things like ironing or whatever. I mentioned things like sewing and knitting, art, anything at all. And of course, we're coming up to the time of year where we can do lots of clear outs and things like that. I find one of the jobs I hate, but it's lovely if you can get sitting in front of your fire on a winter's night, is perhaps do something like clear out that admin folder. You know, often we have those big concertina folders full of bank statements for about the last 10, 20 years or even more. Have a good sort out. You can sit comfortably and enjoy it, but you'll be up, down sorting, and you'll feel so good at the end of it. It's quite cathartic. Okay. As well as that, we need to look at what we're wearing. I'm totally aware now of people saying on TV, this is the time to make your home cozy and beautiful and warm and inviting. You can't go out, so make your home a haven, all this kind of thing. So people are buying beautiful throws. They're also buying nice furnishings, but worst of all, they're buying the comfy clothes. Now, these are the ones, sorry, that are elasticated and they're wonderful. They're soft, they don't dig anywhere in you. And what do you do when you wear them? You kind of expand to fill them with all that you're eating, and you're not aware that you're expanding until the day that it comes that you have to go out somewhere and put on a pair of tailored trousers or a blouse or a dress or whatever, and they no longer fit. It's quite upsetting. In fact, it can be really, really awful. So don't get to that situation. I'm not saying never wear comfy clothes, but don't go putting them on at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and say that's you, or even worse, wear them all day. The last thing is watch your posture. It is very, very tempting to slump back into chairs, to sit in the big armchair or the sofa. And what can happen is you're scrunching up your body. So it's really bad for your digestion, but it's also bad for your overall posture. So that when you stand up, often you find, particularly the muscles that go from your torso into your legs, so you've got the muscles and the tendons there, they will tend to shorten if you're sitting a long time. So when you stand up, you're more likely to walk slightly bent. We do not want that. One, it's very aging. Two, it's very bad for the rest of the body, because if you've upset one part of your body as regards posture, it then will have an effect on another. So if you're walking in a stooped fashion, you may find you start to get back pain. So overall, there's lots we can do. We are still in control of a lot of things. Enjoy the winter. Enjoy your autumnal walks. The weather today is absolutely stunning. Get out there, have a great time, and hopefully I'll see you and talk to you soon. Bye for now, girls. Bye-bye.